All right, hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back, mi amigos. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 37. I want to say episode 37, maybe 38 of AEW All Elite again, the TEW9 series. Woo! Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm very excited for this episode because we have we've got stuff going on. We've got a couple of people about to debut. We've got Bryan Danielson gonna have his first match. We've got Swerve Strickland gonna have his first match. Yeah, let's get right into it. Let's go straight into the notepad. Everybody's favorite thing, notes. We've had a few off-screen developments, I'd say, since the last time. So let's just read this first one here. We released a bunch of people from Dev. Nora Diana, Karen Q, Tasha Steeles, Jenny Rose, Dulce Tormenta, and Alan Angels. You know, it's unfortunate, but you know, it was a bit overcrowded, I'd say, the roster. Just a bit too many people. So yeah, we had to let some people go. Yeah, that's just a part of the wrestling business. It's just the way things go sometimes. You know, the door's always open for a return, for some of them, maybe. We can bring back Karen Q, if she wants to steal, if she wants to steal El Clone's gimmick in the future, we could do that. But yeah, for now, we're just parting ways with these people. Actually, check their match history, and some of them, like Nora Diana and Tasha Steeles, just really sad for both of them. Never booked in Dev in the whole time they were there. I think Nora Diana had one match, and Tasha Steeles just never had any. Karen Q and Jenny Rose were both in ROH when we bought it, and you know, they're fine, they were okay, but you know, yeah, I just didn't really see the need to keep them around. Dulce Tormenta was just not great. We gave her a chance to learn and improve, and you know, she can go learn and improve elsewhere for now. Also, we made Mischief an occasional wrestler. So yeah, that's the ROH update. All right, delete the. Oh nope, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this if I can remember how to use a computer. Okay. We need to find someone to replace Ian Riccaboni in ROH. You know, just trying to look ahead to the future for once and actually plan. I was thinking about when we start Collision, which we're planning on doing that after the next pay-per-view, which I believe that's in about 2 months. Like just, yeah, 58 days, about 2 months. So yeah, to get ahead of that, I want to bring up Ian Riccaboni and put him on Dark for now. But then the issue there is there's no other play-by-play person in Dev right now. So yeah, we're gonna have to hire somebody. Oh yeah, you see, I was actually looking at this before, like like an hour ago. So we're looking for play-by-play people. There's not a ton of great options. Alex Abrahantes potentially could be an option, although he's a bit inexperienced. We've got Chris Van Vliet here again. No experience, potentially could be good. Don't know who this is. Ian Riccaboni, we literally he's in our way. We already have. We've got Joey Styles. Joey Styles of ECW fame is available on the market and supposedly good. Supposedly good. I don't know, you know, maybe some people are into Joey Styles. I definitely was into him at one point. I don't know if that point is now, but yeah, 78 to 86. All right, that's his numbers. Can we do better than that? Here's Josh Matthews, 66 to 74. Sorry, buddy, just not quite good enough. I don't know who this is, but 80 to 88. Kevin Kelly. Oh, jeez. 83 to 91, though. Oh, man. All right, so right now, Kevin Kelly is the best option. Oh, jeez. Does he work for New Japan? He does. Oh, that might be a bit tough. You know, we're gonna have him heading off to Japan when we need to film shows. So I don't know if that's gonna work for us. This, oh god, but then the backup is Joey Styles. Larry Legends, a 58 to 88. That is a very wide range, I must say. I don't really know who this guy is, but something about this pink background and this smile. Seems like a cool dude. Maybe I have no clue who this guy is. I'm not doing a bit. I don't know this man. He's got no popularity anywhere with 15 years of experience. Well, that's kind of sad. I guess this guy's an option. God, that's such a wide range though, is my worry there. I've got Larry Leonard. Man, what a throwback. Larry Leonard. Mike 10A, 75-83. Rich Bocchini, also 75 to 83. Oh, I guess this guy works for MLW. Isn't this the guy who didn't this guy call like 205 Live or something? I don't know. All right, so yeah, as it turns out, our best options are if we want to gamble and go for potential, we can hire Chris Van Vliet or Larry Legends. Chris Van Vliet is surprisingly more oh well, yeah, he is more over, I guess. Oh yeah, so if we want to bank on potential, them being potentially good, we can go for one of those guys, or we can hire Joey Styles or Kevin Kelly. Oh, these are terrible options. Man, dude, I wish I had a coin near me so I could do a coin flip real fast. Damn it. You know what? One second. I'm gonna get a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin, and yeah, that's how we're gonna decide this. All right, hold on. All right, I have procured a quarter. God, this is the most cursed heads or tails of all time. I guess heads, we signed Joey Styles. Oh God. Tails, we signed Kevin Kelly. Oh jeez. Oh boy. All right. All right, we're doing this on the honor system. I'm not gonna like turn on my camera. That's too much work right now. So yeah. Heads, Joey Styles. Tails, Kevin Kelly. Let's see. Dude. All right. I was having some skill issues there, but it was heads. Joey Styles. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh God. I'm so sorry. Caprice Coleman. We're gonna bring him in straight up on a handshake deal, just in case he does have the unpredictable personality type. We're not gonna make any worse, dude. He says major TV shows were above everything except house shows. Major TV. You know what? Never mind, Joey Styles. Never mind. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here, Joey Styles. Kevin Kelly, get your dumb ass in here. Oh, Don Callis, a fan of this idea. Oh God. See, the thing is, I don't want him going off to New Japan when we need him to be calling matches in ROH. So we're just gonna offer him an exclusive written, I guess, for 2 years. I'm sure New Japan won't be mad about us stealing Kevin Kelly of all people. No bonus because I don't like you. Travel costs not covered. Okay. All right, so Kevin Kelly is going to be calling matches in Ring of Honor. Cool. We've got that settled. And, oh, and before I forget, actually, Ian Riccaboni, welcome to Dark. Welcome. Let's do that right now. I don't know what search this is here. Are these like non-wrestlers? All right, yeah, so we're just gonna have him replace Excalibur on Dark for a while. So hopefully by the time we actually start Collision, they'll have some experience together. This will like most likely straight up be the announce theme for Dark. I mean Collision. So yeah, welcome to AEW, Ian Riccaboni. Everybody clap it up. Clap it up. Round of applause. Alright, congratulations on the promotion. Oh god, yeah, this last note. I just wrote CM Punk. Alright, hear me out, everybody. I know I've been very flip-floppy and back and forth on this, on having morals and letting my personal feelings come in the way of hiring certain people. But you know, I've been giving it more thought. Why am I going to alliances? CM Punk, you know, as much as I personally dislike him, he is extremely popular. He's more popular than anybody we've got. And you know, if our goal is to become the #1 company in the world and overtake WWE, I feel like it'd be really stupid for us to just let them sign him. So, with all that being said, let's try to sign CM Punk. Although, let me talk to Worker because I'm definitely not bringing him in as a killer. Oh, can I do a... Oh, Bryan Danielson happy about it. Be whatever is needed. Jesus, 73. Oh my god, so much money. 55%. Man, who does this guy think he is? We're not covering your travel cost. Should we give him a bonus? No. No, I'm not giving him a bonus. All right, we're starting off on a real stinky note in this episode. We're bringing in Kevin Kelly and CM Punk. Oh, geez, this feels bad to say. We're also bringing in the Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, I'm gonna bring them in and send them to ROH and try to convince Alex Shelley to come out of retirement. And yeah, I just feel like having some veterans down there to help people get more experience can be good. And you know, worst case scenario, we have a good road agent in Alex Shelley. So yeah, that's going on. I mentioned we released a bunch of wrestlers, mostly women. So we're gonna bring in Lady Flamer and Lady Maravilla. Realistically here, I only should have brought in Lady Maravilla, but I made the offer to Flamer first. It turns out Lady Maravilla is a bit better. But whatever, it doesn't hurt to have both of them. And Chris Ridgway. This brings me to the next thing I want to talk about. Well, first of all, he's got a surprising amount of popularity. He's especially in Britain, in the British Isles. So yeah, that's first thing. Pretty good tech, really good psychology, good basics. Not the most charismatic guy in the world. That's fine. But yeah, I want to bring him in and have him be in ROH for a while. Because you see here, I've made a stable, the Fancy Bastards. Yeah, Kip Sabian is the leader here. I believe he's a face, and it doesn't say here. But yeah, we've got him set to turn heel. We've sent Robbie Eagles down to ROH, put him in this group. And yeah, it turns out that Kip Sabian and Julia are dating in the game. So I just thought, you know, that's pretty fun. We got Kip Sabian, he's English, and Julia, I had to check. And Julia, who is Italian. We've got Robbie Eagles, who's Australian, you know, nice, you know, kind of European, non-American, kind of snooty, Guy Ritchie kind of vibe going on, you know? I just thought that'd be fun. They could be heels in ROH, and then eventually when we get our Cruiserweight division going, we'll bring them up. All right, that's the most I've ever wanted to talk about Kip Sabian. All right, and we've defeated the Note mini boss. It's time to actually play the game. Let's go. Wait, is there anything? All right, let's go. How's everybody doing? It's a fine Sunday. I hope it's nice wherever you are. Yeah, tonight AEW Revolution is happening. I'm really excited. I'm really hyped for Bandito versus Andrade. That's gonna definitely be sick. So yeah, of course we've got Hangman Page versus MJF. Takashita versus Moxley. Ooh. Swerve versus Brody. Yeah, it's gonna be a great pay-per-view. I'm excited. Oh, whoa, hold on. Oh, Impact trying to keep Chris Sabin. I did not foresee this coming. Okay. Mike Bennett wants to come to the main roster. No. Request denied. Okay, I did not. Yeah, I didn't expect them to. They only had him on a handshake deal, so I didn't expect them to try to keep him. Let's see. What if we bump this offer up a bit? So let's do 35. 5. One of two. Okay, I don't like the sound of that. Let's see. What if we give you 10% bonus? All right, cool. He likes it. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have the Motor City Machine Guns and the Kingdom having crazy matches in our dev company instead of the guys we're actually trying to develop. You know, also, yeah, part of the reason I decided to fire a bunch of people is because I was just kind of looking over their match cards and it's like, hey, you know, can you guys please start booking Suri and Lady Shani and Silhouette maybe? You know, it's because like they're really good, but I'm looking at these cards and I'm seeing Jenny Rose and I'm seeing Karen Q and I'm seeing Tennille Dashwood and it's kind of like, hey man, what's going on here? MLW trying to give Chris Sabin a handshake deal. Get the hell out of here. All right, not being seriously considered. That's good for us. Hey, Lady Maria's here. Oh yeah, we're gonna keep her as a face and send her down the ROH. All right. Okay, nothing interesting here. What other matches are happening on Revolution? Oh yeah, Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir. I bet that match is gonna be really good. Tony Storm, yeah, Tony Storm. I mean, everybody loves Tony Storm. It's like, yeah, she's awesome. But Marina Shafir, she's really improved like since she's started in AW. Like, I remember watching her on Dark, and she used to be really. Oh, we could sign Jamie Noble in this save too. Oh no. Oh the the CMLL save and the AEW save are converging upon one another. No, we're not gonna sign. Shota Umino quits. Oh, we quit CMLL. Whoa, I thought it was gonna be ROH. Oh, whoa, he's That's interesting. So was he like on excursion or something maybe, and he was in CMLL and he quit? Huh. Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, he's got great fundamentals, but yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about throwing a developmental contract his way, but we don't need Shota Umino. All right, people watch Dark. Lady Flamer is here. Are you better as a heel? 'Cause I was planning on bringing her in as a face. No, it doesn't say. All right, anyways, yeah, enough about Revolution. Once again, I tried to plan out some stuff to book this time. Yeah, I've got some cool ideas, I think, if I say so myself. I mentioned that Bryan Danielson's about to debut. Yeah, we've got our next big show is going to be the Dynamite anniversary show. So, you know, I was thinking on that show, I think I want to have him go against Walter, because you know, we've kind of been doing a bit for a while now where Walter is kind of like, I want challengers. Nobody's strong enough to beat me. Oh, I'm the best. And Bryan Danielson's whole thing is that he loves competition, right? So yeah, I think we've got 2 weeks till then. We have him debut, we have him pick up a couple wins, and then yeah, we go straight to the Walter match. It's gonna be sick. Face. All right, we got Alex Shelley. Hopefully, we also get Chris Sabin. Who's the new champion in WWE? Asuka. All right, cool. Good for her. Miz wins the United States title. Boo. Samoa Joe's the WWE champion. Yay. Cheer. But yeah, well, we're gonna do Danielson versus Walter soon. That I'm really looking forward to that. Don Callis is gonna be involved. It's gonna be a whole thing. Yeah, excited to book that. I was thinking about having him go after the world title, but then I realized it's like we've already got like AJ Styles going after the world title, and Sting's involved, and Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, and it was like, maybe let's have Danielson do something else for now. Jun Akiyama winning the Royal World Tournament in All Japan. Good for him. Shout out to Jun Akiyama. How old is he here? 50 years old, still holding it down. His contract expires in 365 days. We'll sign him. Stu Grayson, a split up of his partner. All right, man. Cool. Don't really need to get some Stu Grayson. Speaking of Stu Grayson, that and the Dark Order. Oh, Kevin Kelly's here. Hey, all right, man. Yeah, just be a face. I don't want you doing any heel rants or anything. Just go be a face. Call the damn matches. Oh, Brandon Williams. This is what the hell's his name? What's his name he's in AEW now. He's in MXN collection. Not Theo Madden or Marcellus Black. I know that for sure. I can't remember his name. I like this guy. Unfortunately, he's in WWE till 2023. All right. Let's advance one more day. Yeah, we've also got some plans for stuff to do for Hana Kimura. She's gonna wrestle Kagetsu. She's going for the world title. Yeah, we've got some stuff. We've got some stuff going. That's all I'm trying to say. We're gonna deny this message. Cheap viewers. I only want them if they're free. All right, that was scary. Saving. All right, MLW, get out of here. You're not gonna. He's not gonna take a handshake though, guys. Please. Chris Ridgway is here. All right. I know you're pretty over, but yeah. Sorry, buddy. We need you in Ring of Honor. But and CM Punk's here. WWE didn't even try to. They didn't even try to sign him. They just let us have him. You know what? You know what? I may have reverse psychologied myself into signing CM Punk. Hold on a second. Hold on. I was like, look, they're definitely gonna try to sign him, so we need to get him first, so they don't use him against us. And they didn't even go for him. All right. The hell is a creation of your own making. And the only person holding out is Chris Sabin. That's kind of surprising. Let's head over to ROH for a second, and I was gonna wait until we signed both of them to do this, but Alex Shelley's here, so yeah, we're gonna ask him if he wants to wrestle. I'm hoping he says yes. It'd be such a shame if we signed them and he's just a road agent for this whole time. Oh my god, dude, I really thought that, you know, I had asked him before. And he didn't want to. But I was hoping that by now he'd changed his mind. All right. All right, man, you want to be a road agent then? You suck, Alex Shelley. I'm here thinking ahead, trying to fantasy book. Oh, we can bring in the Motor City Machine Guns. And this guy's like, Russell. Dude, what if CM Punk doesn't want to wrestle? Hold on. All right, so yeah, we just got a bad roll. Jesus, man. Oh, God. I'm scared now. If we sign CM Punk, and if we sign them and he says he doesn't want to wrestle, I think I'm just gonna let him go. Actually, I think I'm just gonna let him go, because that would be super annoying. Perhaps it's time you come out of retirement for one more run. Oh, hey, let's go. You convinced me. Oh, woohoo. That's the attitude to have. All right, CM Punk is back, baby. Huh. All right, I guess he doesn't have to be a personality anymore. Let's go ahead and change. This is a funny picture of him, but let's go ahead and see if there's a better one. Here, we'll just go with the first one. Why is it so zoomed in, actually? We'll go with, it's, half of these are the same picture. Alright, we'll go with the first one. Whatever, it's zoomed in. He leaned into the camera. Alright, CM Punk is here. Get excited. When exactly is the first episode of, Collision going to be? Right, Full Gear, November 14th. I haven't decided if it's gonna be on Monday or Friday. Oh, that's too soon. I was gonna give him time off Oh wait, no, we can give him a month off. What am I saying? Yeah, we can just give him a month off for now, because yeah. I was thinking, yeah, don't get too excited, everybody. He's not gonna debut until the first episode of Collision. Yeah, so welcome to the company. See ya. All right, CM Punk's here. Hooray. All right, with all that done, we can finally book some wrestling. Thank you. Let's go. Oh, what? Decisions, huh? Oh. Oh, buddy. Oh. 213. You know, fine. Whatever, man. Whatever. Just sure. 10,000 more. What? Dude, I hate this guy already. What? What is this? Why am I being held up for money by the guy I just gave him a 1 month vacation? I am gonna job this man so hard. So hard. I swear. He is going to job to Fuego del Sol when he gets back. CM Punk. Ooh, you son of a bitch. Ooh. Anyways. Where did I... Oh, I think I wrote my notes. Okay. I have to minimize the game. Don't look at my desk. Oh, hold on. You know what? I can... 1 second. Separate notes. All right, separate notepad. Let's see. What did I write? Danielson versus Ricky Starks. Como. Briscoe Brothers. Okay, so yeah, on the next week's episode, I want to do Hana versus Kagetsu. We can maybe do... We can do what I wanted to do last time and bring in... what's her name? Kaylee Ray and Konami for this match. Or for a match. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, send me Kaylee Ray, please. And send me Konami, please. Alright, we actually remembered to do it. Everything's in order. Let's go ahead and book some Let's book some Dynamite. No nights off. I've got no clue where we were last time. Let's see. It is September 23rd. Seems like last week we were in the Northwest. Okay. We haven't been in the Southwest since July 1st. So yeah, let's go there. We can actually look for a slightly bigger arena. All right, we're heading to Phoenix, Arizona. Man, I genuinely cannot think of what we need right now. So we're just gonna say screw it and get a mismatch. Let's go for a finish. Oh, a near certainty. Okay. Let's go for a character idea. A safe bet. All right, looking good. Looking good. And give me an angle. Oh, a near certain. Yo, shout out to Maria and Bryan Danielson, man. Shout out. You see that? You see how clean that meeting was? You see how clean that creative meeting was? Yeah. Yeah, we made the right choice getting rid of the Young Bucks and replacing them with these two. Want to see Bryan Danielson and Maria hit a Meltzer driver. Oh, Rey Mysterio wants to hang out next week. All right, yeah. No problem. He's Rey Mysterio. Jonah hanging out with Orange Cassidy, singing some power ballads. Oh, I didn't mean to click there. Davina Rose training Bianca Belair. Cody training the usual suspects. Whoa, Konami and Jay Briscoe getting into a huge row. What the hell could that be about? All right. Stu Grayson and Scorpio's. Oh, I thought it was gonna say they also got into argument, but they're getting on pretty well actually. They're talking about what Konami and Jay Briscoe are arguing. Tom Lawler and Flamita getting into a huge row. You know, I was thinking about releasing Flamita, but I forgot. I forgot. I was thinking about releasing this guy. He's kind of not great. So yeah, your days are numbered. Count them. All right, let's go ahead and book that match I just came up with a second ago. All right, show me Hannah Kimura, show me Martina, and show me Kaylee Ray. All right, and they're going to be taking on the Odeyo Tai team, Rina Yamashita, Hazuki, and the Konami. 12 minutes. And of course, Hannah Kimura's challenging for the title next, but it wouldn't make sense for her to lose this match here. I got to at ringside. This is a pretty fun match. It would have been sick if we could have got Mayu Iwatani, but I believe she's still injured. So yeah. But Kaylee Ray also works just fine. It's also good. All right, and let me just go ahead and book Bryan Danielson's debut, which I will explain in just a second. But yeah, we're gonna have Bryan Danielson taking on Ricky Starks. You know what? Yeah, we'll give him 13 minutes. Is Ricky Starks right? Oh, he's unimportant. That sucks. All right, yeah, we'll give him 13 minutes. Obviously, it's his debut. We're gonna have Bryan Danielson get the win here. We're gonna have botched interference by Will Hobbs. All right, and on commentary, we're gonna have Taz take a break, and we're gonna replace him with Don Callis, everybody's favorite commentator. All right, now let's put the angle. All right, so Bryan Danielson, since he's gotten here, basically, for back-to-back weeks, we've just had him cut promos. But yeah, it's time for him to debut. So we're gonna start this show with him cutting a promo where he's basically gonna announce to the audience that he's making his debut tonight. At which point, let's actually, while I explain this. Yeah, and at that point, we're gonna have Don Callis is gonna come out, and he's gonna basically say like, Bryan Danielson, you know, it's an honor to finally meet you. I'm such a huge fan. You know, you're one of the most legendary wrestlers that's still alive in the world today. And he's gonna basically, Don Callis is gonna say that he talked to Tony Khan and that he set up a match for Bryan. He found an opponent for Bryan Danielson's debut. He thinks it's perfect. And it's gonna be the latest member of Don Callis family, which I don't know if we're gonna keep calling him that, but let's say Don Callis's latest client. Which will end up being Ricky Starks. So yeah, it's kind of like more of Don Callis trying to court people, but this time it's through you know, he knows Bryan Danielson. He knows Bryan Danielson, loves competition. So he's trying to butter him up. Like, here we've got some good opponents where you can really shine against these guys. We know you're not just here to have matches against any old jobber. You're here, you want to face stars. You want to elevate young talent. We're gonna do Tony Khan off screen because he's mentioned by Don Callis. See, I don't know. It would be weird to. I don't know if I want to have him just say it's Ricky Starks here or do like a reveal later on. But it would be weird to have Bryan Danielson come out first and then the reveal is a wrestler that the crowd thinks unimportant. But yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's I guess that means Bryan Danielson's in this feud, which is cold. So yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But yeah, hopefully it'll improve with Bryan Danielson now. And I mean, let's go ahead and add Ricky Stark to Paul Hobbs, I guess, for now. Align them to Palace. All right. Let's go ahead and get that notepad back out here and see. Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna do a promo for the Briscoe Brothers and Beer Money feud. All right. All right, so we got Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe in the ring. All right, they're talking about Bobby Roode and James Storm, Beer Money. All right. And yeah, basically they're kind of promo where they're saying last time we were played by Beer Money. They got off on a technicality, but everybody knows that we were whooping their asses. We were well on our way to winning that match. So if those two have any balls and are real men, they'll give us a rematch so we can finish what we started at whatever the last show was. All Out, I believe. All right, and we're gonna have Beer Money come out and respond. Yeah, everyone. And of course, Beer Money, they're not gonna just give into this and be like, we're gonna give you a match. Bobby Roode is gonna say, you guys should know should have learned this already by now. If you guys want to deal with us, you're gonna have to do so in a professional fashion. You're gonna have to negotiate a rematch with us. And seeing as you guys didn't beat us last time, I think we're the A side here, and I think we should get an even bigger cut than last time. And Jay Briscoe is going to be like, look, last time negotiating with you guys didn't work out in our favor. That's why me and my brother Mark, we realized one thing. We need representation. We need somebody who's going to stand up for us in the boardroom and who's going to read that contract for us and make sure that we don't get got again. So without further ado, we bring to you our new lawyer, I guess? Lawyer? Our representation. What are we calling her? All right, surprise, 2 minutes. Whoops, sorry. Killed all the hype. Killed all the hype, excuse me. All right, and they're gonna bring out Maria. Maria Kanellis is here. We'll have her do character development too, because she's got really good mic skills. And yeah, Maria Kanellis is gonna come out. She's gonna strut her way down to the ring. Jay Briscoe is gonna give her a big introduction. And yeah, Bobby Roode's first reaction, he's just gonna laugh. He's gonna laugh really hard, as is James Storm. They're like, "This is your representation, Maria? Jesus, you guys are even dumber than you look." Does Bobby Roode have a southern accent? He does now. But yeah, of course they're big misogynists and they don't respect her because she's a woman. But then Maria's gonna be like, "I'll have you guys know, I blah 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 blah." All right, and that's that promo. I didn't think of an ending. Maria's here. I think we have an angle idea, right? Damn, do we use the near certainty here? But we'll wait. We'll wait and see. All right, but yeah, we found something for Maria to do. All right, and yeah, we've got one debut on the show, Bryan Danielson, and I mentioned this already. We need Swerve Strickland has yet to debut, so I figure he can debut on this show as well. Although I actually don't know who I want that to be against, so let's figure this out right now. Let's see, do we have any good baby faces for him to face from Dev? Can't so faces up. I mean, Vikingo, if we just wanted to have a cool match, we could send up Vikingo, but he's not that over. And let's see who else we got. Chris Hero also has yet to debut, and he may very well wrestle Swerve Strickland at some point, but not right now. Just because the roster looks smaller. Oh, there's Lio Rush is a good option. Yeah, screw it. Swerve versus Lio Rush. I'll give him 10 minutes. Swerve is going to win the match. You know, this could probably be the steal the show match. Yeah, actually, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll give him a bit more time, 12 minutes. And should we put Dunk House on commentary again? Yeah, screw it. Oh, Leo Rush is very unhappy. Okay, let's see. 50s and 60s. 42. Okay. Hey, Leo Rush. Hey, Swerve Strickland is a cool guy. I would like you to put him over if that's not too much to ask. You know, if you're not okay with it, you don't got to do it, but it would be nice if you did it. I can't find the option. Um, oh, come on. All right, you know what? You're losing anyways, buddy. You're losing anyways. Sorry, Leo Rush. All right. You know, I think it would be good storytelling if these matches were back to back also. So we'll probably do that. And speaking of storytelling, this could be a storytelling match, I think. Ricky Starks doesn't have the greatest psychology ever, but I know Bryan Danielson definitely has really good. Yeah. So yeah, screw it. Even though it's his debut, let's just make it a storytelling match. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't have to have a 5-star match. All right, cool. Let's move on to something else. All right, yeah. Last week we main evented with AJ Styles versus Bandito, which was a pretty good match, and we ended on an angle where basically what I said the angle was that after the match we had you know, we had the old respect spot between AJ Styles and Bandito. They shake hands. AJ Styles raises Bandito's arm and points at him, tries to get the crowd to cheer for him, even though Bandito's a heel. They're just having a nice moment after a good match. And then Cody Rhodes attacks AJ Styles from behind, and then we had Sting come out. And when I booked it, I said that we had Cody hit the crossroads on AJ, and then Sting came out. But I think what would make more sense and just be better, actually, is if we had it that Cody, he blindsides AJ Styles, attacks him from behind. Maybe he tosses Bandito out of the ring too. And then yeah, instead of actually hitting the crossroads, I think it would be better if he grabbed him, he got him in the crossroads, lights out, lights back on, Sting's in the ring, and Cody Rhodes freaks out, lets go of AJ Styles and hightails it out of there. I think that's a better ending to the show. All right, so we're gonna pretend that happened last week, and with all that being said, let's book a Cody Rhodes angle. All right. I want to give him 6 minutes because he's Cody Rhodes. If we need to cut this down, we will. But yeah, here we're gonna character development. Renee Paquette, interviewer, Cody. Being interviewed. We're gonna do AJ Styles off screen, Sting off screen as well, of course. We're gonna do MJF off screen. Maybe Renee Paquette acts as a question, like, Cody Rhodes, recently you seem to have had a change in personalities. We've seen you hanging around people like Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who you hadn't really hung out with before. You attacked AJ Styles from behind last week. You seem to be at odds with Sting, who you were once friends with. Can you, give us some explanation for your actions? And Cody Rhodes is gonna go on some long, dramatic rant about how, it's so easy for everyone to judge and to look up at Cody Rhodes at the top of AEW and to judge him for what they see in their eyes are all his faults. But nobody appreciates all that Cody Rhodes has done for AEW and all that he's given. And anyways, yada yada yada. Got too into the promo there for a second. And actually, you know what? I want to change this to 3 minutes. Let's have some plot progression here. We're gonna do Cody character development, Renee Paquette background this time, and you know we haven't had Cody interact with Adam Page since he won the championship. So yeah, we're just gonna have Adam Page just straight up. He's gonna come crash the interview and just be like, you know, Cody, what the hell? You know, I'm sitting here and I hear you saying all these things, and I see you doing all these things. And I just can't believe it. What the hell's gotten into you, man? You know, me and you used to be like best friends, and now I feel like I don't know who the hell you are anymore. And Cody is gonna, you know, he's gonna look him in the eyes and get real intense. And he's gonna say, "Don't stand here and lie through your teeth. Don't say that you cared about me when all you ever cared about was advancing your own career and taking away from mine." And Adam Page is just like, no, you've got it all twisted up, man. You've got it all confused. And how should we end this? I keep booking these angles without knowing how they're gonna end. I mean, I don't want Adam Page to just get attacked by MJF and his boys again. That's kind of, we've done that a million times, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe we just have it end with Cody Rhodes says he hits him with a real zinger and he walks off. Adam Page stands there and stews. All right, 3 cheers for advancing the plot. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. All right. We had a really good Death Riders match against Kento Miyahara and Eddie Kingston, actually. I really need to figure out what the hell I'm trying to do with the Death Riders now that Mox isn't going after the title. Yeah, I don't really know. We'll try to figure it out sometime during the stream. We've got Latin Mafia. Speaking of Latin Mafia, yeah, I was trying to write out more matches here. I was thinking not at the next big show because that's anniversary show, but I was thinking way at Full Gear in November. You know, Latin Mafias, you know, we've got 5 guys in that group. We can do a Torneo Cibernetico. This is bleed over from the CMLL save. The saves really are converging. I figured we could do like Latin Mafia, so that's Andrade, Garza, Humberto, Santana, and Ortiz. And they can take on like the Lucha Brothers, Eddie Kingston, Wagner. I wrote Kento Miyahara, but you know, maybe it could be Dragon Lee instead. I'm kind of kicking around different ideas in my head. Maybe Dragon Lee is in Latin Mafia, like against his will, as still a babyface, just kind of being held captive. Maybe, and the match could be like for the for the custody of Dragon Lee. Or I was thinking we could do like if Latin Mafia wins, the loser has to join Latin Mafia. There's a bunch of ways we can go with that, but I'm getting very distracted from what I was doing, but these are just ideas for what's coming up at Full Gear. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. All right, anyway, speaking of Latin Mafia, we should do something. All right, you know what? Let's just book an angle I've been wanting to do for a while now anyways. All right, backstage. Serious. Hijo del Fantasma. Selling an injury. Dragon Lee. Can you do dramatic acting? Kind of. Should we just do him working the crowd? I don't know. He'll be in the background. Never mind. All right, let's get Andrade here. Let's get all the other guys. So basically, the angle I'm thinking of booking here is we're gonna basically do a thing where something's going on, and they're like, "Oh, we're getting word that there's an incident occurring backstage. We're gonna send you to that right now." And they're gonna come backstage. Hijo del Fantasma is there. His mask is ripped up. He's bleeding. He's all beat up. Dragon Lee's there attending to him. And then yeah, the camera kind of zooms out a bit or like pans over, and we're gonna see Andrade there with the Latin Mafia. And yeah, he's gonna cut a promo basically saying to should we have Dragon Lee character development too? I don't know if this is the best idea, but no, we'll keep him back. We'll keep him back. All right, yeah, but basically they beat up Hijo del Fantasma, and he's gonna say, you know, Dragon Lee, my friend, you know, it was so good to see you last week, but I haven't heard from you since then. You know, we extended you an offer to be a part of the Latin Mafia, and you know, I just wanted to check in with you to make sure that you really understand what you're doing if you refuse our offer. You know, and the whole time there's like a bunch of security guys and like doctors and stuff getting in between them and trying to tend to Hijo del Fantasma, and Dragon Lee's kind of, he's not going to say anything, but he's just kind of there like looking shook. All right, let me make sure Dragon Lee is in the store. The store. All right, he is cool. Let me make sure this angle, this advances the plot actually, just in case. All right, cool. Yeah, and the reason why we're doing this is because I'm gonna, you know, I've mentioned a bunch of times that I want to get rid of Phantasma, but he's not that bad, and he does have, you know, he's got good experience, he's got good stats. So yeah, I figured we're just gonna write him off, and we'll just send him to ROH for the remainder of his contract. He's here until August 2021. Yeah, we'll just send him to ROH, have them turn him heel or something. But yeah, RIP Phantasma. Right? We need 49 more minutes. 49 more minutes. The show does not have a main event, so we need to get to booking that. Oh, and I wanted to do FTR versus Best Friends on this card. So that's something we should. Let's just book that now. All right, FTR versus Best Friends. We're giving them 16 minutes. I hope they cook. Open match. FTR unfortunately is going over. With the tainted win. You know, have I had FTR cut a promo since they debuted? I don't even remember. I feel like I should have. Let's see. FTR. Maybe not. Yeah, I had them debut, but they didn't actually say anything there. Oh, okay, yeah, I had a promo segment with them and the Young Bucks, right? Okay. All right, I think we should give him another promo then on this show. Oh, can this be a wild brawl? Eh. Please be good at brawling. Okay. I mean, he's better at technical, but he can kind of brawl. They can all kind of brawl. Let's have this be a wild brawl. Why not? All right, FTR promo. We're just gonna give him 3 minutes backstage and just have him cut a generic promo. And it's a hype promo, even though they're heels. I don't think I've done one yet. Oh, and actually, you know what? God, things are getting so convoluted in the save, but STU, like rightfully, should be the #1 contenders because they won the War Games match at the pay-per-view. So maybe we have them interact with FTR here. Let's do that. Okay, we'll do 2 minutes. Character, or 2 minutes hype, FTR, and then 1 minute or 2 minutes tease, maybe? Nice. Man, we've got so many tag teams at some point. Maybe we're gonna have to do some kind of like tag team gauntlet match. Everybody gets a title match. Just throwing the best friends, FTR, the Briscoe Brothers, Chris Sabin by himself. Although, yeah, this is something I thought about. SCU, not FTR, SCU, the battle of the three-letter names. SCU should be the #1 contenders, but we kind of brought in FTR and had them declare that they're going after the titles. So I don't know, maybe we work it into a triple threat tag team match or something. Or we can go ROH style and have them do a round robin. Actually, oh, whoa, that's a great idea. Actually, I should have came up with this before. Jeez. Dax. Actually is a great idea. We should definitely do that. This 3-team round robin between FTR, SCU, and the Young Bucks. That's very 2020 AEW. And I guess if we're going, if this is what we're doing, we should add SCU to the tag title storyline. I was about to say FTU. I'm just throwing letters together, man. ABC, WWE. What am I? I got Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky. Everyone's here. Nick Jackson, Matt. Are SCU in any other storylines? I think they're in okay, I think they were in the world title scene, but I might have taken them out already. Alright, so we're gonna add them here. There's no escape from SCU. And I mean, I'd probably do Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. I know in real life they did Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian, but come on. Come on. God, I'm just taking shots at everyone today. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's wrong with me. I'm in a bad mood because we signed CM Punk. We got reverse psychologied by ourselves into hiring a guy that we didn't want. What a situation. I took a sip of water there. What if we have the Danielson debut just be the first match on the show? And then maybe FTR Best Friends can be like a co-main, and then we need to figure out a main event. Okay. I mean, we did God, this is so random. We did Kento Miyahara versus or Kento Miyahara and Eddie Kingston versus Mox and Shingo. What if we just do straight up like Kento Miyahara versus Fergal Dev? Just, you know, continue the Death Riders versus Kento Miyahara feud, have Kento Miyahara win. That could be cool. AJ Styles and Sting definitely speak on this show. Walter can have a promo. We need to find a way to get Wagner Jr. back in the mix because I definitely want him involved in the Latin Mafia storyline at some point. Haven't got there yet. Is there anybody? Let's see. Because I mean, I've teamed Kento Miyahara with Wagner. I've teamed them with Dalton Castle and Cara Noir. Kind of thing. Cause see, the issue with Kento Miyahara is he doesn't speak English. Oh, he speaks dude. Oh, he speaks fluent English. Oh, okay. Oh, don't tell me that. Hold on. Is there a Death Rider storyline going on? I don't think so. Oh geez, now I'm brainstorming. All right. Add angle. All right, the mission remains the same. Death Riders, whether or not John Moxley has the world title around his waist, their mission is to continue to show that they're the best. And they heard that Kento Miyahara, wasn't enough that they beat him last week. He still has, he still says he wants some more. And he's a fool. I wonder if Fergal Devitt's probably not going to want to put over Kento Miyahara, actually. Anyways, John Moxley, character development. Melissa Santos, you just stand there. We'll let Fergal talk. I mean, he could probably beat Shingo. Also, we just learned that Kensou Miyahara speaks fluent English, so 3-minute promo. Renee Paquette, interviewer, Kensou Miyahara. Wait. All right, Kensou Miyahara debuting his English speaking ability. All right, let's see. Let's see how this does. I have I have no idea what to expect. Jesus Christ, my speaking ability. I highly doubt that Fergal will agree to put him over, but it would be sick. It would be really cool, Fergal. I would really appreciate it. Here, we'll do Flashman. John Moxley, Shingo, and I forgot the last guy in the group. And I mean, we can put Eddie Kingston back out there. Eddie Kingston's kind of low-key beefing with Proud and Powerful yet, but that's kind of, you know, it's kind of being teased. So I think it's okay if he's having his boys back here. Kensou Miyahara, I think that's fine. Oh, he's furious. Okay. All right, we'll talk to him. I highly doubt he's gonna go for this, but we'll try anyways. All right, Devitt. Look, we love you. We value you here in AEW. We know what you bring to the table, but you know, Kensou Miyahara, he's 30 years old. He's a stud. He's gonna be a big star. You know, you'd be doing us a huge favor if you put him over. You son of a bitch. All right. Fuck. Fergal at ringside now. Fuck, buddy. We always liked you more than Fergal. Extremely unhappy. All right, that's not as bad as Furious. We could ask him to put him. God, he's really popular. We could ask him to put him over, maybe. Nobody wants to put anyone over these days. All right. All right. I'm not even gonna try Jon Moxley. Our last resort, Shingo, who probably has like about the same popularity. Oh well, he's in like the 50s. Let's Kensou Miyahara in like the 40s. High 40s. Okay. We probably won't even have to ask him. You know, I was thinking this could be a better Wild Brawl than the one we did, but maybe not. All right, Shingo versus Kensou Miyahara main event. Get hype, everybody. All Japan lives. We should definitely do some segments with the woman. Let them speak. Listen to woman. Okay. Backstage, 3 minutes. Hype. Renee. We'll do interviewer. I don't know if Renee Paquette being the interviewer helps people with worse mic skills than her do better in their segments, but I would like to believe that it does. So we're gonna have her interviewing Hannah Kimura. This is probably gonna be after the match. All right, and we're gonna have Hannah Kimura once again say that she's coming after Awesome Kong in the Women's Championship. We're gonna copy everybody. We're gonna do a 1 minute part. All right, and I want to do a 1 minute segment where we're gonna have Kagetsu. Basically, we're gonna have Kagetsu get in Hannah Kimura's face and be like, you have never beaten me one-on-one. Next week, me, you in the ring, one-on-one. All right, we'll have all the DELUXE-sized people there. I don't know if having all these people in the background is gonna make them overused on the show. We might have to go back in and take them out, but we'll see. Oh, okay. We have to change Renee Paquette from being an interviewer. All right, we could use the angle idea for that, but let me see something. All right, this storyline's actually very hot. I think we're gonna use the angle idea for the Bryan Danielson Don Callis segment just because this storyline is cold, and I'm scared that it's gonna get penalized for the cold storyline, so I don't want it to do bad. So yeah, we're gonna use that near certainty. Okay, oh, you know what? We need to do something with AJ Styles and Cody. So let's hype up that let's build up that world title match. All right, what should the angle here be? I mean, I feel like it doesn't have to be anything overly complicated. It could literally just be AJ Styles, like, Cody, you thought you were gonna jump me from behind and catch me off guard, but lucky for me, I've got my longtime friend Sting looking out for me. Cody Rhodes, I don't know what the hell's gotten into you lately, and quite frankly, I don't give a damn. All I care about is getting my title shot and taking that world title from you. If you're gonna go around jumping people from behind, then maybe you shouldn't even be a world champion to begin with. Cody off screen. Sting will also speak, I guess. And here, why not? We're gonna do a second part. 2 minutes. Tease. I feel like we've done a lot of teases on this show, but whatever. Can Sting do intimidation? He's not that menacing. Okay. All right, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but we're gonna have MJF, you know, as he does, he's gonna show up to the delight of nobody, and he's gonna say, you know, those are some real big words you're throwing around there, you know, talking so disrespectfully about our world champion. But you know, I would advise you, if you knew it was any good for you, to keep your words nice and sweet because you might be eating them. And you know, then of course AJ Styles is gonna get in his face, and MJF's gonna be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Like, no need to lose our cool here, guys. We're not here to fight. We were just here to send a little message. That's all. Come on, guys." And he's gonna get up. All right, damn it. Kenny Omega's not on the show. Oh, you know, we can give Davina Rose a promo. We kind of started a thing where AJ Mendez was talking shit about her last week. Let's see. Oh wait, yeah, she's right here. We're gonna remove her from this. We're gonna remove Bianca Belair from this. God, it's literally just Ali, Awesome Kong, and Stokely. It's so funny. It's because all these people are in their separate storyline. What if can I add Hannah Kimura to this one as a minor, as a supporting role? No, maybe not. All right, whatever. We'll leave it. We're just gonna add Davina Rose for now. Now, see, we've got 4 more minutes on the show. Perfect. All right, yeah, we'll have 4 minutes of Davina Rose cutting a promo about how she, you know, I used to really look up to AJ Mendez and I used to aspire to be just like her. But you know what they say, never meet your heroes, because I met AJ Mendez last week and it turns out she's kind of a bitch. You know, I don't really know if I like her so much anymore. Santos, Davina Rose. Oh, we'll have Mia Yim there, and I guess Davina can be like, you know, but you know, she used to be somebody that I really respected and looked up to, but given the way she's been treating me lately, I'm not gonna feel bad when me and Mia Yim take those tag titles off of her. AJ Mendez off screen. All right, we did it. A full 125 minutes of Dynamite. All right, and we've got a kind of crazy show. We've got Bryan Danielson debuting. We're gonna change debut tonight to debut. So yeah, we're changing the angle. Bryan Danielson comes out, he cuts a promo, he says that he's gonna debut right now. And then Don Callis, before anybody, is gonna come out and say like this, your opponent is the latest member of the Don Callis family, Stroke Daddy, Ricky Starks. All right, so Bryan Danielson, Ricky Starks, show. And then we're gonna go straight into Swerve Strickland versus Leo Rush. Let's do the Cody segment here now. Right. All right, we got the Hannah Kamara match. Actually, here we'll do Cody segment, Davina promo, Hannah Kamara match. We'll do the Kento Miyahara promo right in the middle of the show. A nice surprise for everybody. They're gonna see him on the screen. He's gonna start speaking English, and they're gonna be like, "What the hell?" I don't know why I assumed. I feel like I've checked before, and he didn't used to speak English. I don't think I'm just being a bigot here. All right, and all that's left is mostly promo, so we're gonna have to move some stuff around. This can be right before the main event. This and this are both way too high. I have this. All right, is this in the ring? All right, this is in the ring. Okay, so that should come back. This is back. This is supposed to be backstage. These two. Oh, this is so many segments in a row. My goodness. It's because we're doing 2 matches back to back here. I mean, yeah, the show has 5 matches, but geez, this is I'm almost tempted to book another match just to break things up here. Man, we've got like a sea of promos right in the middle of the show. It looks like a 2004 SmackDown. All right, but you know what? We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna leave everything as is. Aldeo Tai is being slightly overused. It's fine. We didn't end up booking Kenny Omega or Walter on the show. I feel a little bad about that. I hope it doesn't bring down the show too much. But yeah, we've got a huge roster. We tried to pack in as much action as we could on this show. We've got a crazy main event: Shingo versus Kento Miyahara. In a new feud we're starting up, I guess. Although, did I make that a storyline? I don't think I did. Death Rider versus the World, which so far only includes Kento Miyahara. Fergal aligned with John Moxley. Pac aligned. Fergal. Shingo aligned. Alright, yes, this episode has some good matches. We got Shingo versus Kento. We got FTR versus Best Friends. Kento Miyahara debuting his English speaking ability. We've got Tokyo Cyber Club taking on Odeotai. We've got double debuts right at the start of the show. Bryan Danielson and Swerve Strickland. I mean, I'm really hoping that this show does well. Lately, we've been in, I'd say like the low 70s range. So we're shooting for like a 73. If I can see a 73, I'll be happy. 73. All right. Thank God we used the near certainty on this. It only got a 66. Man. I mean, Bryan Danielson says he was poor trying to improvise dialogue. So, you know, maybe as we give him more promos, he'll get more comfortable and do better. Because he supposedly has great mics. All right, 66. Okay, though, this is not a bad debut, not at all. Bryan Danielson picking up his first win in AEW over Ricky Starks in a match that gets a 75. Yeah, and also considering that this was a storytelling match, this is a very good result. Oh, and had good chemistry. Oh, and Excalibur and Don Callis had good chemistry. Oh, all right, everybody working well out there. Oh, and not to be like outshone or showed up, Swerve Strickland and Lio Rush in our Steal the Show match right after the storytelling match get an 80. Wow. Oh, and Swerve and Lio Rush also had excellent commentary. The only red note we got was Swerve is a heel and Don Callis is a face, which is very annoying. It's very annoying. We have to address that soon. Hopefully, let's see. Hopefully the game will allow me to turn him heel soon. I think the last time I checked, it was like, no, he just turned face. Yeah, very recent. Okay. We're gonna have to deal with that soon. Hopefully before Full Gear, at least. So yeah, hopefully in the next 2 months. All right, Cody being our delusional champion and kind of turning his back on his once good friend Adam Page gets an 86 here. Thank you, Cody. That's why you're the world champion. Oh, his gimmick's getting stale. Let's take a look at that. Where is he? Oh. Tweet. All right, Davina Rose promo on AJ Mendez. Not her best work. Maybe a little rusty on the mic. It's a 64. All right. All right, this match gets a 69. Pretty good. Pretty good considering that the entire Odeotai team is unimportant. So yeah, definitely a good result here. Oh, Martina doing better than Hannah. Oh no. I did not foresee this becoming a thing. We're gonna have to give her the title match instead now. Oh, the storyline lost heat though? What the hell? Oh, that's disappointing. All right, the off-screen death of Iola Fantasma. He died off-screen like Cyclops in X-Men 3: The Last Stand. Yeah, gets a 68. Sorry, Cyclops. R.I.P. The Maria Kanellis being debuted as the representation of Mark Briscoe and Jay Briscoe gets a 69. Okay. Again, I was hoping this would do better. It seems that the part with yeah, it seems that the part that did the best was when it was Jay Briscoe and Bobby Roode talking. Maria actually brought it down a little bit, which is I'm kind of surprised about. But hey, the storyline gained heat, so yeah, can't complain. Ooh, Kato Miyahara, 47. Oh, okay. Oh, but he speaks fluent English. Oh, I still love you, Kato Miyahara. Don't worry, you're the Triple Crown champion in my heart. All right, the backstage segment with Hana Kimura and Kagetsu gets a 50. I keep giving Hana Kimura these promos, just hoping that she'll improve because I feel like in real life she could cut a pretty good promo. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I thought she had a lot of natural charisma. It's not all about the words every time. Yeah, it's got a 50. Right, backstage trash talk from FTR and then a confrontation with SCU gets a 64. We're getting a lot of 60 something ratings on this show. I'm getting a little uncomfortable here. I'm squirming a little in my seat. Hey, all right, the curse is broken. We get an 80 for FTR versus Best Friends. Oh yeah, thank you FTR, thank you Best Friends. Not much to say about this, just a good match. I was actually looking at Best Friends match history before this, and they've won the last I think 3 tag matches we've booked them in. They've won, so it actually kind of made sense for them to, or it makes sense that FTR would have to beat them like on the way to getting a title shot in the imaginary rankings that don't exist. AJ Styles underperformed. All right, man. And that's why you're not the champion. All right, 71 for this segment. Okay, not the worst ever. All right, Death Riders versus the World started. Yeah, we had John Moxley and Fergal talk a bunch of trash on Kento Miyahara. This guy we thought we put him down last week, but he's back for more this week. I don't know if something's wrong in this guy's head or what, but we're gonna make an example out of him because that's what the Death Riders do. All right, big main event, 79. Kento Miyahara with the fat. Oh, I should have changed. I had a fast roll up because I thought he was gonna beat Fergal. I should have just had him straight up beat Shingo with his finisher. That's on me, but 79, pretty good. Main event Kento Miyahara. He was down last week, but he's not out. Ooh, an 83. Hold on. I think I guessed the 73. Wow. Wow, that did a lot better than I expected. Wow. Wow, yeah. All right, the people love Maria. And despite this 47, the people love Kento Miyahara. All right, it's dark time. All right, I already know who I want to book in matches for this. Or at least I have a couple of ideas. We're gonna run Hana Kimura versus Kagetsu next week, so let's give Kagetsu a win here. Oh, and actually, oh wait, damn. Oh no! Is Kagetsu one of those people that doesn't work on dark? Oh my god, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Oh man, I was thinking she could wrestle Sari, and just get a win. Build some momentum. But yeah, that's really so annoying, man. It's like if you're already in the building for Dynamite, you might as well wrestle for dark, right? Ah, see, that's why you're still unimportant. Can't book you on dark. All right. Shifting gears here. Let's give the Shining Samurai a match. Is there any heels from Dev we could bring up? Julia's a heel, but she's in that group. feel like I've done Shining Samurai versus Lady Shani and Silhouette multiple times already. Can they wrestle? Anybody I'm forgetting? Why are you a heel, Kaylee? I mean, I feel like they've wrestled all the heel teams we have. Hold on 1 second. All right, suddenly my throat got really dry there. I feel like because they've definitely beaten Dark Sheik and Penelope Ford. They've definitely beaten Thunder Rosa and Holiday. I mean, maybe we just run that one of those matches back. Whatever, it's Dark. I mean, they last wrestled them in July, but it was in a trios match. All right. And they wrestled them in January. So yeah, we can do this again. We'll give the win to Mika Awada this time. Hopefully she gets the recognizable. I feel like she's been on the cusp for a while now. All right, that could have been you, Kagetsu, but you want to be a weirdo. I swear, if the next person I try to sign that says they won't work Dark, I'm just not gonna sign them. It like really is so annoying. Dragon Lee was on the show, but he didn't wrestle. Let's give him a match. Just cooled momentum. Do we have any character ideas for him? All right, let's see if we can get him to like very warm or something, just so we can book him and stuff. All right, warm is close. Hey, very warm. Okay. And you know what? Actually, perfect match. Dragon Lee, you're just gonna straight up wrestle Black Toros. I believe Black Toros is recognizable. Oh, he's unimportant. Okay. I mean, I did this match already, and it wasn't that great. All right, let's take a look at our heel roster. I mean, although we got him to very warm momentum, so maybe the game will allow it. Is that how it works? I don't know. I could be making this up. Let's see. I'm assuming Black Toast can steal the show. Yeah. Man, why don't people have stats like that in the CMLL save? I don't know. It's a risky play. It's a risky play we're making. Two unimportant people. The game might not like it. Let's see. Is there anybody else? I would really like it to be Black Sparrows. But... I mean, him versus Bandito would be cool, but I kind of don't want Bandito to take this loss right now. No, he just earned the respect of AJ Styles. I don't need him to go right back to losing matches on Dark. Him versus Zack Sabre Jr. would be a good match, but man, it it would be a shame to just have Zack Sabre lose. Zack Sabre Jr. lose that. Oh, has he ever wrestled Psycho Clown? Oh, Psycho Clown. It's like Psycho Clown was a godsend, man. He was. I didn't realize it at the time when we signed him, but he was exactly what we needed on the roster. A guy with decent popularity who can have good matches, and he has a gimmick where you can just kind of stick him in wherever. Psycho Clown. All right. Although last week, I think Dragon Lee main event the last arc too, and he didn't do that great. But sometimes Dragon Lee will get in like the 70s, but then other times he'll score in like the 50s. I don't know why he's so inconsistent. I checked his stats, and look at this. Consistency 82 to 100. 82 to 100. Look at these stats over here. I don't understand why he fluctuates so wildly from 50s to 70s. But yeah, I'm hoping that this is one of the times he gets a 70. All right, we need one more match and then some promos on the show, and yeah. Oh, we can have Walter cut a promo. I keep forgetting to book him on Dynamite. I feel so bad. Actually, you know who can have a match? Who like just debuted and I kind of forgot about him already? Moose. Let's do Moose and Brian Cage. Who are they gonna beat up? Let's see, can we bring in somebody for them to beat up from Dev? Is anyone local? Is D'Lo Brown? There's Rob Van Dam. Yo, Ezekiel Jackson, why does he have an eye patch? Alex Kozlov. Whoa. The AAA legend. Ah, he's retired. Boo. PJ Black. Solo Sikoa is here. Oh, he's really young though. He's 27. Toa Leona. Fake Dolph Ziggler. Oh, Ryback. Oh shit, we can job Ryback. Right, no, we're not gonna bring. I want to do D'Lo Brown, but there's literally nobody I see here that makes sense teaming with D'Lo. So yeah, we're just not gonna do that. We're gonna borrow people from Dev. All right, who is a baby? We can have them beat Jurassic Express. Jungle Boy, you get any good yet? Do we need to put you on the chopping block? Moose, Ryan Cade, taking on Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. The match where the underdog baby faces are gonna get squashed. 10 minutes. Moose, open match. Here we're gonna outside interference. Luchasaurus is going to be attacked by Joe Doring, of course, because why not? Why wouldn't he be? Doring at ringside. Jim Ross is already managing. All right, we're at 44 minutes. Let's get some angles going. All right, we've got Walter cutting a promo, and it's just the same spiel he's been spitting this whole time he's been here. I want competition. Why does everybody here suck? Why am I so much better than everyone? Jimmy Thatcher and the other guy. Oh, yeah, we've got a lot of time to fill, so we'll give him 4 minutes. Walter says, "Where are the brave men? Why is everybody here such a coward?" Okay. Right. Let's have Kenta cut a promo. I don't. He's not really good at it, but we'll do it anyways. Kenta character development. Let's get Melissa Santos there. And remember, Kenta's been attacked by Swerve Strickland twice now. So yeah, the angle here is that he saw his debut and he's like, "Swerve, I saw your debut. If you're looking for opponents, why don't you fight me like a man instead of jumping me from behind?" And yeah, of course, we're gonna later on have Don Callis reply to this and just be like, "No, Kenta, you're so far beneath us that it would be insulting for Swerve Strickland to even have his name next to yours on a match card, let alone to have to wrestle you." We need to book 4 more minutes. Let's do it. AJ Mendez. She wasn't on Dynamite. I think I spell acknowledged wrong, but I don't feel like I 4 minutes backstage. We're gonna have AJ Mendez cut a promo where she's gonna crazy AJ Mendez is gonna cut a promo basically saying, Davina Rose, you're lucky that someone like me is even acknowledging someone like you. You're lucky that AJ Mendez paved the road for someone like you to even be able to walk. There's a ton of disrespect coming from you, Davina Rose, and I don't take too kindly to that. So maybe the next time we meet, I won't be so pleasant, and you'll have to excuse me if I'm a jerk. Here, RJ City, you handle this one. Good luck. Good luck, buddy. Also, I'm gonna borrow Max the Impaler just to stand behind AJ Mendez and look intimidating. Here, we'll do Max the Impaler intimidation. Intimidation. All right, there's a dark. Dragon Lee, please be on your game tonight. I feel like sometimes when I book Dragon Lee on dark, he just phones it in. For whatever reason, he just doesn't do his best. But I'm hoping that Psycho Clown can pull his best out of him and that they can have a really good match. All right, everybody's being slightly overused. That's okay. All right, what did our last start get? A 65. All right, we can definitely do better than a 65. Yeah, we can definitely do better than that. So we're shooting for a 70. Let's go. All right, the Jim Ross Corporation picks up a win over Jurassic Express when Moose pins Luchasaurus in a match to get 61. Pretty decent match there. Moose got a 61. Brian Cage only got a 52. Oh, look at that though. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus doing better, both better than Brian Cage. You know, I was talking shit about Jungle Boy before the match, and he kind of proved me wrong. 55 isn't amazing, but you know, it's better than I thought he'd do. So yeah, shout out to Jungle Boy. Kenta with a 56 promo. All right, whatever. Just gonna move on. Oh my god, AJ Mendez with a 50. What is happening? Why is it that all these people I have that supposedly have great mic skills just can't seem to cut a promo? A 50? And Max the Impaler was underwhelming, being intimidating? That's their whole gimmick. Oh, brother. All right, though. Everybody loves the Shining Samurai. They brought it back with a 71 match. Hikaru Shida got a 74 in that match. Wow. All right, great work to the women's tag teams here. Great work. Oh, disappointing promo from Walter. Oh man. All right, 58. All right, a lot is riding on this main event right now. Please, Dragon Lee, do not let me down. I believe in you. You've got it, man. Please. Hey, a 76. Dragon Lee with a 75. Thank you, Dragon Lee. Thank you. These are the numbers I expect from Dragon Lee every match. Every match. I don't, given his consistency and his basics and his fundamentals and his skills, he should be good. He should be getting good scores. So yeah, a 76 match. I'm very happy about this. Let's see what the show gets. Oh, 74. All right. No 65. Hell yeah. We did 9 points better than last week. That's a lot of improvement. All right, we made 1.8 million. We only gained popularity outside of the US. That's okay. We're very popular. Right. Haley Ray gone, Konami gone, 9 million viewers, CM Punk's out of retirement. Oh, Dante Martin, cracked tailbone. Oh no. Oh, only a month to heal. All right, well, heal up, Dante. And Kenny Omega is not a fan of Joe Doring. All right. All right, Kenny Omega. All right, so yeah, that was Dynamite and Dark. Let's take a look at Kento Miyahara did in fact gain a bit of popularity from that match. I'm glad. He's kind of been on the back burner for a while, but I have every intention of pushing this guy. He's 31 years old. He's fucking Kento Miyahara. Of course we're gonna push him. Anybody else we should look at? How are Hana Kimura? All right, good. Mika Iwata, are you recognizable now? Yes. All right. Having her win that match was the correct choice. Okay. All right. So let's see. Leo Rush has big morale. All right. All right. We're still waiting on Chris Sabin. All right. We've been at this for a bit over 2 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my break now. I've got to do something real fast. So I think I'm going to take a bit of a longer break than usual. Maybe we're going to say like 10 minutes. I realize it's kind of a long break. If you're watching this on YouTube, it literally doesn't matter. It won't affect you. But yeah, to the viewers on Twitch, I've got to take a bit of a longer break than usual. I'm sorry. But I will be back. And when I come back, we're going to book some more AEW. We're going to advance these storylines. More Bryan Danielson, more Swerve Strickland. Please don't go anywhere. All right, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. All right, let's go ahead and hold on. 5 minutes. How do I timer? No, this is not that. Scripts? There we go. All right, boom. We got a 10-minute timer going. I will be right back. Please do not go anywhere. Happy Sunday. Okay, we went a little longer than 10 minutes. It was the longest break we've ever taken, so write that down. But we're back. We're back. It's time to advance. And it's time for some more AEW. All right. Yeah, my girlfriend just texted me. She wanted me to get some ginger tea going for her, and I don't, on the off chance that she shows up while I'm still streaming, I was like, let me just knock that out now, or but rather than totally forget about it and be like, oh fuck, the second she walks in the door. Shout out to girlfriends, right? No, my girlfriend is not abusive. I want that to be very clear. I was making a joke. All right. Mercedes Moné laying waste to pathetic and creepy trolls. Good for her, man. Good for Mercedes. When are you leaving WWE again? 675 days. All right, we wait patiently. We wait. We need to go over the card for the anniversary show, just because I want to make sure there's not like a match I'm forgetting to build to. Like I know the Young Bucks didn't do anything last week on last week's show. Kenny Omega, he's kind of just floating right now, because it's like AJ Styles is the next in line for the title shot, so Kenny Omega kind of just doesn't really have much to do. Oh, okay. Chris Sabin's injured, but it's only all right. He's gonna work through the pain. It's only gonna take a few days to heal. Okay, cool. I got really scared. Hey, Chris Sabin's here. ROH. Send them anyways. Okay. I mean, yeah, obviously, oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, actually doesn't want to wrestle, right? He still doesn't want to wrestle. Here, we'll ask him again. Damn it. Man, that's so unfortunate. So we got Chris Sabin and we got Alex Shelley, but Alex Shelley doesn't want to wrestle. Man, that sucks for Chris Sabin. To be fair, though, you know, it is helpful to the Ring of Honor locker room just to have somebody like Chris Sabin with pop and experience there to have matches with and to kind of help them. So, you know, that's still cool and all, but, you know, I was really hoping we could reunite the Motor City Machine Guns, but alas, it was not written in the stars. Very sad, very sad. Lio Rush is big morale. Oh, he's angry. Yeah, he's angry. He's angry. We finally book him on Dynamite. And look, man, it's not like we asked you to put over a job. We asked you to put over Swerve Strickland. Like, come on, dude. Give us a break. And yeah, look, he jumped from 42 to 47. Yeah, give us a break, Leo. Give us a break. Here, how's a 10 grand? How about 10 grand? How's that make you feel? He's still angry, huh? How about another 10? Still angry. Okay. 20 grand. He's annoyed. All right, that was our final offer. All right, man, dude. Whatever, Leo Rush. Okay, yeah, and also I wanted to yeah, RIP Fantasma. I mean, he's not fatigued at all, but he is looking a bit orange. So yeah, we're gonna give him a month off. And when he comes back, we're just gonna send him to ROH for the rest of his contract. All right, see ya in a month. RIP. Dragon Lee's back to recognizable. All right. Where's Flamita? Flamita. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I mean, whoa, his last match was really good. Hold on. Although, yeah, that's because Bandito was in it. We got a 62 here? Yeah, because we booked Dragon Lee versus Flamita on Dark, and they got a 6. You see, Flamita only got a 54 in the match. Let's see. Let's just choose a random match here. Got a 62. All right, maybe firing him would be a bit too dramatic. I don't know. I was just disappointed at how bad that match was between him and Dragon Lee. All right, but don't get too comfortable for me, though. Don't think I'm going soft now. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Fumita was just on the chopping block there. You see what happens? We hire CM Punk, and immediately the toxic venom is flowing through my veins. I've been infected with rage and anger and discontent, and I don't know why. I'm ready to fire Flamita because he had a bad match a couple weeks ago. I did, in fact, fire like 6 people from Dev. I don't know. Do you think we made a mistake? Do you think signing CM Punk was a stupid move and that WWE wouldn't have picked him up anyways? I don't know. It's crazy that they didn't try to outbid us for him or try to go after him at all. You think with that popularity they'd be all over him. Maldito Jr. Oh. What a name. Okay, anything interesting going on over here? Alright, so not this show, but next week is going to be the it says 2nd year anniversary, but that's it's really our first anniversary, right? Hey, we're just gonna change the name to first. I don't want to confuse it. Oh yeah, so our anniversary is coming up next week, and so this is the card we've got. We've got Cody versus AJ Styles, where we've been building to that already. We should probably do like a big in-ring segment with Cody and AJ though. We're building to Kong versus Hana Kimura. I've got ideas for that. We'll probably just do. We could do like an 8-man tag with the Bucks and FTR, maybe. You know, if worst comes to worst, or we could do a promo. Briscoe's and Beer Money is. Maria's involved. And yeah, Walter versus Bryan Danielson. And that should be all the matches. We may add one more. But yeah, that's what we're building to for next week. I thought it was Wednesday for a second because I did that recap, but it's only Monday. Yeah, I just want that's what we're I just wanted a refresher on what we're doing right now. Virus opening a training school, good for him. Let's check out what went down on Raw. They got a 78. Chad Gable and Bray Wyatt beat Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Lashley. What a weird main event. I mean, I was gonna say 4 mid-carders, but I mean Bray Wyatt. I guess Bray Wyatt was a main eventer, right? And I feel like Bobby Lashley kind of was in and out of the main event. You know, sometimes main eventer. What did we do on our last night? 83. All right, we need to keep beating them because I really do think I want to put Collision on Monday. I just think it'd be funny. Oh, Alan Stone. Oh, the CMLL saves bleeding over. All right, have fun in Noah. Speaking of the CMLL save, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can check out my other videos, which include the CMLL videos. If you're not already watching those, you can like the video, you can leave a comment. Hijo de amigo, I'm done with the advertisements. Okay. Although yeah, the last episode of CMLL was pretty good. I must say, things are heating up, things are getting fun. If you're not on board already, you know, hop on. The train has left the station, but you know, we're not that far from the station. You can catch up. Before it wants a pay raise. Sure. Oh, speaking of Penelope Ford, I didn't even show you guys this. I was keeping secrets from you guys. I can't believe it. I went ahead and made this an official stable. Stokely's Angels. We've got Stokely Hathaway. Of course, everybody knows that he's always managing Ali and Awesome Kong. And yeah, I went ahead and added Dark Sheik and Penelope Ford. In storyline, they haven't debuted as members of the group yet, but they will. they will soon. So yeah, Stokely's Angels, everybody. All right, yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot to mention this. Also, we need to find more members for Tokyo Cyber Squad. I've kind of aligned them with Mayu Iwatani and Kaylee Ray so far, but I don't know if I want to bring in either of them as full-time Tokyo Cyber Squad members. But maybe Suri and Roxy are options. I'm not really sure who else. But yeah, they're options. Yeah, we need to add more people to that group. All right, last time we were in the southeast, yeah? Or no, we were in the southwest. Let's go Midwest, maybe? Midwest. Let's go to Missouri, to the Great Southern Bank Arena, which is 50% important. All right, we had an all-timer of a booking team meeting last time, so it's gonna be hard to top, but let's see. I've got high hopes. We're gonna start off this time. Can we get a storyline idea actually? Because that Don Callis storyline being cold is very worrying to me. Near certainty. Penta, okay, not really what we were looking for. But okay, we can use that at some point. All right, can we get a general use? Big gamble, okay. Let's just go ahead and give it one more try. I believe in you. Safe bet for Kenny Omega. All right, fine. Can't win them all. All right, Orange Cassidy and Scorpio Sky hanging out. All right, why did I say Orange Cassidy like that? We'll never know. Training. Taz passing on psychology tips to his protege Will Hobbs. I didn't know this was a thing. That's cool. I totally forgot about this, but I guess I pre-booked Hannah Kimura versus Kagetsu, so let's just go ahead and drop that in. That was weird. All right, yeah, this feud has been going on for what feels like forever now, but oh, this is their full match history, like including Stardom. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, well, I can assure you that this feud has been going on for a while, but we have not done this as a singles match. This is the first time ever in AEW. Hannah Kimura, Kagetsu. And yeah, we're going to have Hannah Kimura be the victor. She's going to continue to be on fire as she heads towards a title shot. Got Martina, Hazuki, and Rina at ringside. All right, this should be a good match. Do we have a creative finish we can use, actually? It's kind of a big match. We've got a near certainty. We're using it. I don't even know what else we're going to book, but we're using this. All right, show them what you got. Next match. I believe this is in my notes, but we're not even gonna look at that right now. All right, Bryan Danielson, who made his in-ring debut last week and beat Ricky Starks, will take on Will Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs, one-on-one. And yeah, once again, this is a match that was set up partially by Don Callis, he's had the ear of Tony Khan lately, it seems. Yeah, so he helped set up this match. We've got the 29-year-old stud Will Hobbs. He's gonna look to get a surprise win over Bryan Danielson, who also just looks to work off the rust and, get back in the game, take on a tough opponent. But unfortunately for Will Hobbs, we're going to have Bryan Danielson get the win. What starts it? Once again, we're going to have Don Callis on commentary. All right, maybe we open the show with that again, too. All right, and as such, I'm going to... I think Swerve should also wrestle on the show. I was about to say that Swerve should once again just have a match right after Bryan Danielson. I don't... See, what I was planning on doing is after Bryan Danielson's match, he would cut a promo, and Don Callis would kind of be like, a great win from Bryan Danielson, who's now 2-0 in AEW, and we're already lining up a third opponent, and Bryan Danielson's gonna kind of cut him off and be like, Don, like, please, respectfully, Don Callis, I think you're great at what you do, I really do. But, I didn't come here looking for a manager. I've been in the business long enough. I know what I'm looking for. I know why I'm here. So thank you very much for your offer, but I don't need you to set up my matches. And he's going to say, I actually have somebody in mind, somebody specific in mind. And I think rather than me calling them out on the mic, I think it's better if I do it face to face. And yeah, he's going to head to the back, and Don Callis is going to be kind of left standing there like, well, what the hell? I should have booked that while I was explaining it. Let's do that. Bryan Danielson, Don Callis. I'll just give him like 3 minutes. Right, so storyline develop, or no, I guess this is more of a tease. Bryan Danielson, he hasn't revealed who it is yet, but he's going after somebody. All right, and this isn't going to be immediately after, but let's just book the follow-up now. We're talking about it. We're going to have a backstage promo from Walter. With Renee Paquette. And at this point, Walter, he's furious. He's like, when will somebody step up and challenge me for this title? This company calls themselves All Elite Wrestling, and I've yet to see an elite competitor. Everyone is either too scared to face me, or they're clowns. And yeah, while he's cutting this fiery promo, in the background, we're gonna hear, "Hey, Walter!" And yeah, it's gonna be Bryan Danielson. He's just gonna straight up walk right up to Walter. He's gonna tell him that he respects him and that he wants to challenge him for the title. They're gonna shake hands on it, and they're gonna lock eyes really intensely. And then they're both just gonna walk off their separate ways, and Renee Paquette's gonna be like, "Holy shit!" So we'll do the Walter promo for 1 minute. Or no, hey, we'll just do it all as one segment. We had Bryan Danielson to this. Oh yeah, so next week, Bryan Danielson versus Walter. Ooh. Right. We should probably open with Cody this week, I think, since he's the world champion. Let's book a Cody promo. Cody Rhodes. Put Brandy in the background. We never put Brandy in the background. AJ Styles off screen, Sting off screen, Adam Page, Kenny Omega. We're just adding everyone. 4 minutes. What should we do this as? Two characters. All right, 4 minutes. Cody Rhodes comes out to open the show. He's cutting a promo. And just more delusional stuff about, oh, sorry, I have a timer going off. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. I'm not even going to go to the BRBs. 1 second. All right, just had to check on my tea. Don't want to overbrew it. But it was looking a little underbrewed, so I added 10 minutes to the timer. Anyways, Cody Rhodes cutting a promo. He's talking about Adam Page and Kenny Omega and how, none of his so-called friends can understand. They can't see the bigger picture. They don't understand where he's coming from. And, that's really sad. He thinks it's a great tragedy, but, he refuses to be held back by the chains. No one's found them, etc., etc. He just goes on real dramatic like that. All right, now we're gonna add a second part with AJ Styles. Oh man, we're gonna have AJ Styles talk for 4 minutes. Oh no. Right. Right, let's just add everyone from part 1. AJ Styles character development. And AJ Styles is going to be like, if you thought sending your little puppy dog boy toy MJF, your little butt buddy. I shouldn't say that. That's actually really offensive. I'm sorry. That was like a 90s saying. Jesus Christ. You shouldn't say that, guys. Don't be like that. But anyways, you send your little buddy, your little lap dog MJF after me. You think that's going to scare me? And Cody Rhodes is like, I didn't send MJF after you. MJF is an intelligent young wrestler who he decides his own fate. He's his own man. And AJ Styles is like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna kick your ass next week and I'm gonna win the championship. I hope Cody Rhodes being Cody Rhodes can offset AJ Styles in this promo and we can land somewhere we can find the happy middle ground in like the 80s somewhere. Danielson. I mean, on one hand, we could save the Young Bucks versus FTR for next week and be like, this is the first time they've ever wrestled. But we could also just say, fuck it, it's a game, and book a crazy 4-on-4. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. Although, who would be in it? Let's see. Because we could do the Young Bucks and the Best Friends. But then FTR, who would their partners be? see. Oh, they can team with Brian Cage and Moose. Or maybe they can team with Butcher and Blade. I mean, they could team with the Death Riders, but then they'd have to win. I feel like. Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta. I was gonna say Chuck Taylor and Brian Cage for some reason. Everybody's favorite member of the Best Friends, Brian Cage. Dax, Ash. We could throw Los Garzas in there. I know they're in Latin Mafia, but you know, who says they can't be in this match? You know, who says they can't have a uneasy kind of handshake relationship with FTR? Oh, look at me, I'm fancy. Man, should this be a steal of the show, man? There's so many people. We're doing it. And surprise, surprise, we're gonna give the win to FTR. Because we're trying to set up a title match here. All right, open match. All right, that was an unplanned match, but this is a really spicy looking match. I like it. Spice slightly overused. All right, we got to do something with Briscoes and beer money. I think we just do another talking segment with them, honestly. Even though the last one didn't do great. How's the storyline doing? Ooh, a little cold. Oh no. That Maria. Man, this Dark Order storyline, I've just given up on it basically. I've got no clue what to do with them. Because it was just like, you know, everything was not that great. I finally say fuck it and just do Brody Lee versus Tommaso Ciampa, just kind of just to see if they'll have a good match together. They don't click. So it's like, oh my god. It was just a cursed storyline. Lucha Bros versus Latin Mafia is a little cold. If we put the Lucha Bros in this match, that's crazy. It's crazy, and it makes no sense. But what if we put the Lucha Bros in this match? What if we had here we do Penta, Distraction, Selena Labyrinth. Ooh wee, what a match. What a match. All right, sorry, best friends. You can wrestle on dark, but what a match. Oh, we definitely need to do something with Adam Page on this show, and probably Kenny Omega. I've got it. Let's do. Or I mean, I don't. Let's see. I kind of want to do AJ Styles versus Tom Lawler. You know, since he was confronted by those guys last week. Maybe this could be our storytelling match. Should we do boxing match? Okay, we're gonna do at ringside Adam Page. Rock. Yeah, we can just say that maybe Jonah Rock tries to get involved in the match at one point, or maybe even MJF tries to get involved, but Adam Page kind of thwarts their attempts. And we'll put MJF, which I feel like we haven't not done in a while. I mean, is Tom Lawler over? I feel like he is. Yeah. 15-minute storytelling. Oh, timer's going off again. 1 second, folks. All right, the ginger tea smelling real gingery now. Smelling ready. All right, man, this could main event. This could main event. It's kind of random, but I like it. I really like this match. It could main event. Oh yeah, we should also get Swerve Strickland on the show. Maybe we follow up the Kento Miyahara Death Riders storyline. What if we just do straight up as a one-on-one Eddie Kingston versus Virgil Devitt? What a match. Eddie Kingston, why aren't you good at brawling? God damn it. I don't know, man. Just have a wild brawl anyways. Virgil Devitt, we're going to do outside interference. Eddie Kingston attacked by Fox. Side, Kento, John, Fox. Got a 14-minute wild brawl between Eddie Kingston and Virgil Devitt. What the hell are we doing? And I guess Swerve doesn't actually have to wrestle on the show. He can wrestle again some other time. I was kind of like, he must have a match because Bryan Danielson had one. But then I was like, you know, actually, we're advancing the storyline with like promos and stuff. Anyways. organize this a little again. I really have 20 more minutes in. Let me look at my other notepad. Oh, we still didn't do the Briscoe beer money thing. We did this. We did this. We did not do this. Okay, we're gonna do an angle with Awesome Kong and Hannah Kimura. Part 1, 1 minute. Right, Hannah Kimura, after winning her match, she's very excited. And she's cutting a promo on how she's going to win the title next week from Awesome Kong. One minute, and then 2. Pause. We're gonna have Awesome Kong. Yeah, we're gonna have Awesome Kong and Ali just straight up blindside attack Hannah Kimura and Martina. All the while Stokely is trash talking them and he's cutting a promo on them. He's like, you guys, you keep going around here throwing our name around. Put some goddamn respect on our names. Awesome Kong is the AEW World Women's Champion. And we do not take kindly to people like you saying that you're going to take this away from us. So you need to get it through your stupid little head, Hannah Kimura. You will never hold this title. And then, yeah, they beat them up, you know, maybe like, I imagine Awesome Kong would run up and kind of do like the Vader attack, you know, she kind of body checks her, like, just runs her over. Maybe Martina's caught off guard and then she gets jumped by Ali and like thrown into a wall or something. Hannah Kimura gets up, gets thrown into like trash bins or something, gets up again, spinning back fist. You got a bunch of trainers running in, everybody trying to break it up. And then, yeah, we're going to do an angle where it just turns out that one of the trainers is Sarah Del Rey. So Sarah Del Rey is going to basically get right in between, get right in front of Awesome Kong and be like, Kong, stop, relax, stop this, Kong. You don't have to do this. And Awesome Kong's kind of give her this look like, you know, who the hell do you think you're talking to? And Awesome Kong is going to grab Sarah Del Rey. She's going to toss her into the one wall. She's going to grab her again. She's going to throw her through like a table nearby or something, because there always just seems to be things you can throw people to backstage. You know, she's going to kind of lay, and then, yeah, finally she's going to pick her up and like maybe she gives her like a power bomb or a body slam through a table or something. Don't know how well this is gonna do. But we'll see. So let's change Hannah Kimura selling, Tina selling. Ali can be a background player in this one. Sarah Del Rey, you're the victim. All right, so we've got like a 2-for-1 beatdown here. We got Tokyo Cyber Squad getting beaten down, and then Sarah Del Rey tries to, she tries to play hero. She tries to do the right thing and talk down Awesome Kong, and she gets her ass kicked for her troubles. A bunch of likely succeeds. All right, well, let's see what happens. Let me make this. Yeah. Fucking Eddie Kingston promo. It feels like forever since we've done this. Eddie Kingston promo. Let's get Melissa Santos in here. Let's get Kento Miyahara. And Eddie Kingston, he's going to talk about Bingo and about Fergal. He's about to wrestle. And basically he's just cutting a promo like, the Death Riders, you guys think you're pretty tough. Well, you ain't the only tough guys around here. So Fergal, you better get your washboard abs in the ring right now. I'm about to cheese grate your ass or something. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do a part 2. We're doing a lot of part 2s today. We're gonna have Andrade show up. Andrade, Santana. Basically, Andrade is gonna say like, Eddie Kingston, it's nice to finally make your acquaintance. I've heard a lot about you, and I think you're exactly the kind of guy that would what am I trying to say here? Excel, exceed, succeed in Latin Mafia. God, I couldn't. Words, what are they? And Eddie Kingston's basically gonna be like, look, Santana, Ortiz, look, I love you guys, but I already told you guys that being in this big kind of group, with all you guys and walking around wearing blazers and dress pants and nice shoes and stuff, it's not my thing. I'm doing my own thing. Me and Kento Miyahara, we got our own business to take care of. That's it. Nice to meet you, Andrade. So yeah, he's gonna turn them down, and Andrade is kind of like, oh well, I said what he said. Yeah. Right. I was just thinking. see. We got AJ Mendez. We got Davina. We got Maria. Oh, right. Maria. We need the Briscoe's beer money thing. God, I keep forgetting. Right, for the second time. Briscoe's beer money contract signing. We're gonna give them we're gonna give them 4 minutes. We're gonna give them 4 minutes. Man, I really would like to make this a comedy segment, but it's gonna do bad. All comedy segments in this game do bad. We'll do storyline. All right, and we're gonna keep this simple. One part. We're just gonna throw everybody in there. We're gonna have Maria speak, Jay Briscoe, and Briscoe Brothers. Just keep your mouth shut. All right, and yeah, the beer money. They're gonna come out and they're gonna say like, all right, we looked over the contract or I mean, we sent a draft of the contract for our match with Briscoe Brothers that we on the record will say we do not want to have, but we sent a contract to them, and now they need to just get out here and sign that bad boy if they want this match so bad. And Maria and the Briscoes are going to come out, and Maria is going to kind of look over the contract, and she's going to say, this financial split is super uneven, but the Briscoe brothers, it's not really about the money to them this time. They really just want to kick you guys' asses. So we're going to overlook this really bad split. Also, last time you put in a clause disallowing the match to be continued after a time limit draw, which is a special case. So I went ahead and I looked over all the special cases, and I went over everything with a fine-tooth comb, and I made some additions myself. And Bobby Roode's gonna basically be like, oh, like, what are you, a lawyer all of a sudden? And she's gonna be like, you might want to give that a look over real quick. And he's gonna be like, I don't need to look this over. I'm the one who wrote the contract in the first place. Are you trying to insult me? And he's just gonna sign the contract. And then the Briscoe brothers are gonna sign it, and they're gonna be like, all right, it's official for next week. Briscoe Brothers beer money too. And should we have them fight at the end? Actually, we should definitely have them fight at the end. All right, fight. They're gonna fight at the end. And yeah, basically they're just kind of misogynistic and they're kind of just douchebags. That's the aim. We can do like the classic that they get into a brawl, and it looks like the heels are gonna get the upper hand, but then the faces end up tossing them out the ring, kind of thing. And the heels storm off of the ramp, like, yeah, we'll see you next week. We'll see who's laughing next week. Eh. I feel like Kenny Omega hasn't been on. He wasn't on last week's show, so he should cut a promo. Even though he's not the best promo we've got, AJ Mendez and Davina are definitely better than him. But Kenny Omega's a major star, so unfortunately, we're gonna have to give him at least 3 minutes. We'll do Adam Page and Kenny Omega. We'll cheat. Right, they're not really foreshadowing anything other than the fact that there's a world title match next week and that they're both going to be watching. I mean, but just kind of you just want to get them on the show. Uh, and hey, you know what? Actually, Kenny Omega, you don't have to speak. You can just stand there. Actually, I don't know. I don't know why I thought I had to have both of them talk. I was like, you know what? We can just have it be implied that they both. All right, and let's get a Death Riders promo in here, and I think it's gonna be a show. Four minutes. John Moxley is gonna give props to Kento Miyahara, but he's gonna be like, you won one game, big deal. You think you're gonna take the whole season now, like. Kento Miyahara, we'll admit it, he's pretty good. He's got some skills. But Eddie Kingston, you're not even on the level of Purple Deathnet. So good luck out there, Eddie. My good old friend. Oh man, I feel like we need to. Alright, you know what? There's no. Never mind. We're gonna change the promo. What kind of promo could he cut if it was after the match? Here, we're just gonna do this. Boom, we'll leave it open-ended. Alright, so we're at 117, so technically we're good to go. Let's see if there's any last minute additions we want to make. We're not planning to do the women's tag match next week, right? No. Maybe we can do it the week after that. So maybe we do like a Davina Rose Mia Yim match next week. I'll do a backstage. You can go 4 minutes. Please. We'll put RJ City in the middle of all this. Interviewer. A double interview. He's interviewing Davina Rose. And he's interviewing AJ McIntyre. Obviously, it's not going to go well. Obviously, it's not going to. It's going to turn into a big argument, and they're just going to start shouting over each other, and RJ is going to be in the middle of them, like, all right, oh, sorry. And yeah, it's going to end in a big shouting. You know what? Actually, when I have a backstage promo with Don Callis, where all right, so we're gonna have Don Callis kind of approach it from like, we respect Bryan Danielson's decision. I'm just very disappointed, but you know, maybe he'll come around. And Swerve Strickland's just gonna be like, everybody knows that I'm the future of this company. We don't, quite frankly, we don't need Bryan Danielson in our group. Where should this be? We'll just put it before the Hanakamura match. All right, that's 124 minutes. We're at 65%. And yeah, this is Dynamite. Let's see how this does. I mean, I'm just gonna assume the main event is gonna do really well just based on who's in it. So yeah, we're shooting high. What did we get last week? Like an 83, I think. Yeah, 83. That's pretty high. We got an 86 not too long before that. Let's shoot for like an 85. Shoot for the stars. All right, starting off pretty hot with an 83 promo between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. All right. Oh my God, Will Hobbs got a 37 in this match. Jesus Christ, he was off his game. I hope he was off his game. But the storyline is still gained heat anyways, because Bryan Danielson's just like, all right, 71. So far, good show. 2 segments in. All right, Bryan Danielson turning down Don Callis' offer, 67. We have the Eddie Kingston promo, followed by them being approached by Latin Mafia again. It gets a 67. Not terrible. Not terrible. We're kind of interweaving storylines, getting experimental. Oh, 77. Wow, I didn't think this match was going to be this good. Wow, thank you for David, I guess. Oh, yeah, good match. Wild Raw. All right. The beer money segment with the crowd was white hot for this, but it only got a 68. Come on, game. Come on, the crowd's white hot. Just give me a 70, please. Storyline advanced. I should have gained heat. Come on. All right. Well, I thought this segment was funny, but it only got a 63. All right. I was hoping. See, I would have loved to put this as a comedy segment, man. Also, I was gonna add Max the Impaler to this, and I just forgot. But whatever. 60. Don Callis and Swerve Strickland get a 57. Still not great. Oh, the rating was increased due to the storyline having high heat. I thought it was going to say the opposite. Oh, but Don Callis is being penalized for being a face. Right. Right. God, we really gotta deal with that soon. Oh, Hana Kimura and Kagetsu getting a 79. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. The creative finish was success. A 79. Hell yeah. I feel like this has got to be the best match we've booked Hana Kimura in so far. It has to. We're going to check that right now. Oh, highest 80. Well, when was that? Oh, okay. But that was a 6-person match. So I feel like that doesn't count. As far as singles go, I feel like this has to be the best one. There's also a 79 tag here. But yeah, great match. Red hot momentum. All right, and we come back from commercial break. Hana Kimura's cutting her promo because she was victorious in her match. Boom! Vader attack. Cosmic Kong body checks her, beats her up. Saturday Ray, you get beat up too. 58. The angle idea was a success. Okay, we'll take it. On Saturday Ray's gimmick is adequate. All right. This random segment with Adam Page and Kenny Omega gets 70. Okay. Eddie Kingston's promo on John Moxley's promo on Eddie Kingston and Kento Miyahara. It's 81. Ooh, AJ Styles and Tom Lawler didn't click. Damn. And there was a storytelling match, so it was also brought down a bit by that. Man, this is really unfortunate. 67. All right. Yeah. I guess it was just, hopefully just a one-off for AJ Styles. All right, Bryan Danielson challenging Walter gets a 74. Wasn't attached to any storyline. What a waste. What a shame. But yeah, get hype. This should have got 100, honestly, because get hype, man. Bryan Danielson versus Walter. Ooh. All right, and our main event, crazy steals the show match. The Young Bucks teaming with the Lucha Brothers, taking on FTR and Los Garzas. It's 74. All right. I was kind of hoping they would do even better than this, but a 74 is not bad. The Lucha Brothers storyline gained heat. Good. Yeah, and the FTR get a win over. Yeah, Dax Harwood pins Nick Jackson. So FTR get a win over the tag champs, setting them up nicely for next week. An 80. Okay, well, an 80 is a respectable. Woo, dark. Chris Brooks and Kenny Omega hanging out. Okay. All right, I have no clue what we're gonna book here, but let's figure it out. How about Santana and Ortiz, maybe? Santana and Ortiz, you guys want to wrestle anybody? Dragunov's really good, but what do you think? Why is Colt Cabana not here as an option? Is he not? Do we not have him under contract? I was thinking about doing Dragunov and Colt Cabana as like a kind of an oddball pairing, but yes, not. What other baby faces we have here? We've got like Fuego, Wheeler, Ultimo. Laredo Kid is a heel. This is Vikingo. We do Vikingo and Fuego. It's kind of a weird team, but sure. Santana, Ortiz, El Hijo del Vikingo, and Fuego del Sol. All right, we're just gonna give Santana and Ortiz the clean win here. All right. You know, even though he's the former champion, also Kenny Omega has. Oh well, he wrestled in a tag match after losing the title. He can wrestle on Dark too. Like, you know, has he ever wrestled Calvin Tankman before? Who else? I mean, we brought Hijo del Vikingo up for a match. We could bring Laredo Kid, although he holds the championship. But Kenny Omega is the former world champion. You know. Screw it. Crazy main event. Kenny Omega. Laredo Kid. We're gonna have him steal the show. Kenny Omega is gonna be the victor. And this is obviously gonna main event. Ricky Steamboat agenting this match is insane to think about. He's gonna be like, what are you gonna do? Reverse Hurricane Rana. Oh, and he's gonna land outside the ring. Okay. And then another dive, you say? What are you guys talking like? Right, let's get a women's match going. Here, what if we do this? Let's see, 4 baby faces. Managed by Kelly Klein. Here, we'll do Emi Sakura, and I always want them to book Zuri, so I'm just gonna do it myself. Alright, AJ Mendez and Max the Impaler on Dark. Although, Dan, this match might now have too many unimportant people. But anyways, AJ, Emi Sakura, and Zuri. You know, actually, yeah, the game might complain that this is too many unimportant people. We'll just make this. Distraction finish. Emi Sakura will be distracted by Maxi and Field. And here we'll have Emi Sakura take the loss because, you know, as much as we like Emi Sakura, you know, we don't really want Saria to eat the pin here. All right, women's tag champs on Dark. With disrespect. You know what? Since since AJ Mendez is already in the ring, promo. AJ Mendez with a crazy promo. Okay. You know, we haven't had Stokely Hathaway just cut a promo on Dark in a while. We used to do that basically every episode of Dark. So let's get back to our traditions. Back to our roots. 4 minutes backstage. Foreshadowing. Ooh, it's about to be 7. When does the pay-per-view start? That should be, you know, it's for all I know, it's probably started already. Oh yeah, so we're gonna get through this episode of Dark. So yeah, so we can watch some real life AEW. What a concept! What a concept! Actually watching wrestling. Oh, duh. Right. We need 8 more minutes. Man, we've been booking so many angles lately. My goodness. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. That's crazy. What are we doing, man? Anyways. I was gonna give a promo to Don Callis with Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs, but they're not in a storyline, so let's give Andrade a promo or something. God, I'm reaching that point of the stream where I'm like running out of creative juices for all these promos that I insist on booking. I insist. I can't help myself. But yeah, this is just a Latin Mafia promo. We're gonna have Santana and Ortiz wrestled, so they're not gonna be in the background. We're gonna have Garza, Humberto, and Selena there, and off screen. And fun, we can have Phantasma off screen since they did kill him in the storyline. He's R.I.P. We need 4 more minutes. Hey, you know what? Young Bucks, 4 minutes promo. Hype. All right, once again here, just the Young Bucks, they took a L on Dynamite against the FTR and Los Garzas. They were kind of just talking to Renee Paquette, and they're like, FTR, we gotta give it up. We gotta give credit where credit's due. They got one over us, but you know what? That's the only one that they're gonna get. All right, so the main event of this Dark has Kenny Omega in it. So if this episode of Dark was less than like a 75, I don't know. I'll be disappointed. All right, let's go. Wow, a 76. Where was this on Dynamite? Proud and Powerful versus Vikingo and Fuego del Sol. Fuego del Sol not that far off from Santana and Vikingo. Like he's coming along really good. Great match. The Stokely Hathaway promo only gets a 60. Oh man, he really is so hit or miss, this guy. Like it's like he'll give you 60s and 65s for weeks, and then just out of the blue one day he'll get a 90. The Young Bucks only got a 56. All right, I should have expected this from them. All right, AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm against Emi Sakura and Sari gets a 69. That's really good considering Sari and Emi Sakura should have no popularity. So yeah, 69, really good. I hope Sari gains something from this. I doubt it. I doubt she'll gain anything from this. But can I click her here? I mean, yeah, she gained like a little bit of pop just being in a match against those guys, so that's helpful. All right, a 75. Thank you, AJ Mendez. Jesus Christ. Finally, a decent promo. Gordon Ramsay. Doorbell. Somebody's ringing my doorbell. Sorry, 1 second. All right, sorry about that. All right, this segment with Latin Mafia promo gets to 65. I got very distracted just now. Somebody ringing my doorbell. All right, main event gets an 80. Just randomly threw Kenny Omega and Laredo Kid out there. They have great chemistry. Um, Great match. Kenny Omega reminding us why he was the last champion not that long ago. The last world champion. All right, we got an 82. A really good episode of Dark. Just a shockingly good episode, even. That's it. We pulled this out of thin air. All right, we made 1.7 million. Woohoo! Only gained popularity in the Maritimes, Saskatchewan, Wales, and South Australia. Okay. All right. Well, shout out to those 4 places. All right, man. This has been a really long stream. We're coming up on 4 hours now. That's insane. Definitely. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up right now. But yeah, we covered a lot of ground. We set up a lot of matches. Yeah, our anniversary show next week. It should be easy to book. Everything's nice and set up already. And yeah, and then beyond that, we've got a tag title match set up. We've got Latin Mafia is making waves throughout the promotion. Kento Miyahara's feuding with Death Riders. We got cool stuff going. Braun Breaker signed with WWE. He's a young lion. He's got no stats. Okay. Let's see. The head booking position of GLEAT is available. Oh, the newly opened GLEAT. All right, so the GLEAT has just opened. All right, well, I'm definitely not going to book that. For Saban. All right, yeah. I guess I don't know why I just froze for a second there. It's probably because this stream has been going on for almost 4 hours. But anyways, yeah, if you enjoyed watching this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if you can subscribe on the Twitch, Hijo de Amigo, maybe you can catch me live one time, and you can witness the magic firsthand before any of the YouTube viewers. All right, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Next time, anniversary show. We've got a bunch of title matches. What else is on that? We got title matches. We got Beer Money, Briscoe's 2. We got Walter versus Bryan Danielson. Whew. Look forward to that. Maybe our first 100 match. Who knows? Probably not. But yeah, that's all coming up next time. We also have in CMLL land. We're going to be doing Super Sabado on the next episode. Super Sabado. We're going to have the semifinals and the finals of our Trios title tournament all in one night. We're going to have a welterweight title match. And then Jamie Noble's going to debut. So check out the CMLL series. All right, I've been talking for a long time now, and I want to shut up. So this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Goodbye.